Hello everyone, hi, it's Dahlia here from Oscha Slings. Just joining you just a few minutes late there. Do let me know if this new, slightly later start time suits, and we'll see how we arrange these going forward. So I'll just wait for a bit and see if a few more people are going to join us. As ever, if someone could please share the link into the clan, that would be brilliant, and then we can get started. So yes, I hope you've all had a good weekend. Hi Pam! We had our first proper snow here in Edinburgh and it was brilliant. Hi Becky, thanks for joining. So my children were absolutely delighted, and my 4-year-old has declared that it is now Christmas, so we can all relax and celebrate. Hi Rosie, good to see you back. So yes, if you're in the more temperate parts of the northern hemisphere, have you had snow yet? Do you enjoy snow? Oh, thanks Pam for sharing, that's brilliant, thanks very much. Hi Ali. Yeah, so it is making us all feel quite Christmassy over here, also quite cold, so yes, we will hopefully be able to get all cozied up in some lovely treats from today. Hi Emmanuel, good to see you. Right, so let's get started. Oh, we left snow in the UK to go to Iceland where there's no snow. Oh, Becky. Wow, Iceland sounds fantastic though. But I think that often happens, doesn't it? When it's really cold, it actually doesn't snow as much. Hi Denise, hi Laura. Oh, good to see you all here. Right, we do have some very festive treats for you today. I've been very excited to... Oh, thank you for the comment on the bolero, Emmanuel. Yes, I thought I'd try and just up my game a little bit and coordinate with the wraps. You know what I often do is I usually have some really well coordinated tights on, but you don't see those, so here we go. Hi Lois, thanks for joining. Lois is a good friend of mine from way back. We studied textiles together, so she's having a peek to keep me right. So we have today, I will get started and go through our releases, and then I'll mention a little bit about the release date on Wednesday, and also a little bit of our current PO news. Emmanuel, show us your legs next time. I have to think about how I'd set that up. I'm not sure that would be fun for everybody, but I'll have a think. So our first new release is brand new everything basically. Warp you already know and it's familiar, but we have our brand new pattern, Dahlia Faye. Hi Claudia, hi Emily, thanks for joining. And this one is, as you've probably seen in the clan, our tester Marlene has reviewed this, and it is this gorgeous flower pattern repeating over the mirrored vineyards warp, and it's got a really special blend. So this has alternating piece silk, gold superwash cashwool, and sunflower coloured fine linen, so it's just got a really lovely shimmer as those wefts alternate through the fabric. It is gorgeous. Can confirm in person it is lovely. If we do say so ourselves. Yes, we've all been very excited about these coming through production. I'll just show you the back so that you can get an idea of that lovely weft and just the slight irregularity there with the nubs and slubs from the piece silk. Yeah, really beautiful. So Carmen designed this one. So she was inspired by climbing flowers and vines, and just the idea of really wrapping our babies up in something natural and protective, which I think is a lovely way to think of our wraps, and probably very much how I would describe baby wearing in general. A very natural and protective thing to do as a parent. So this is a lovely one to add to our collection. So just grab baby. There we go. So this one, the blend, I've already mentioned the wefts. So the blend is 64% BCI organic combed cotton, 14% natural red pea silk, and oh wait, where am I? Yes, 14% cashwool and 18% linen, and the weight is 255 GSM. Annika says, "What did I miss?" Annika, you didn't miss you didn't miss much. We're just started on the Dahlia, so I've yet to review the Mithril, which you did such a lovely job of reviewing for us. So that will be next. So I'll just get this tightened up. Show you all those reds really coming to life, I think, with this weft against them. It's a lovely festive combination. Rosie says, "Thank you. This one is certainly staying with me." Oh, yeah, that's great. Alternating weft, yes. So to again just mention the weft, it alternates one thread of pea silk, one of gold superwash cashwool, and one of sunflower coloured fine linen. So that fine linen in there just takes the weight down, but you keep the strength and the shine from, and the softness from the silk and the cashwool. So it's really a lovely blend. It gives you all of those characteristics in one, which is really special. So there we've got that lovely cashwool there. I don't know if you can see, the knot is really quite light, light, thin. How do you describe a knot? I've lost my words. But yes, very easy to tighten there. Knot, so as Marlene said, it's maybe got more glide than grip. The pattern itself isn't providing huge amounts of grip, but because it's so easy to tighten up and it's very moldable, it does stay in place really quite well. So I'm just gonna see if I can do something a little different here. See if I can get that showing you the reverse side alongside. Again, in Marlene's review in the clan, I encourage you to go and have a look. Hi Helen, thanks for joining. She does have some really lovely shots as well, showing that contrasting reverse side. I think both are equally lovely in different ways and really fun to play with. Those both showing as you wrap and just show off all of that lovely, I don't know, it gives that kind of artisan feel. I think somebody else commented, yes, Emily says an antique gold look. Yeah, it really has that vibe with the reds and golds. It's lovely. So that is Dahlia Faye. I'll move on to our next one. As ever, just pop up any questions, and I'll get to those as best I can. So our next release is again on the Vineyards Warp, so sticking with our festive reds. Just give you a quick look at this because it is also a real stunner. So we've got, sorry, dropping my one. There we go. Thank you for bearing with me. So we've got Mithril Hearth here. And this is another luxe blend, one that we quite rarely use. So this is on the silk and camel hair. It's a 50-50 silk and camel hair blended yarn. So it's got a really lovely luster and shine from the silk, and it's super soft from the camel hair. It feels really luxurious. And I think this one will also it'll make quite a good shawl as well, I think, because it's just got that lovely kind of drapiness to it. So if this is a size 4, but if I just try and, you know, drape that round, I think, imagine that for a shawl with a festive outfit, I think would look amazing. Oh, we have Emily says, which silk is it? I will check. I'm not sure that we've been given a specific silk on the blend, but I will check back through our supplier records, and I think we might be able to find a bit more detail. So I'll go and check on that for you afterwards, Emily. Claudia says, will we see more of Dahlia soon? I very much hope so. Yes, as ever. If you love it, then we will make more. So keep those positive comments coming. So I'll just get this on, and then you can see how it wraps. So of course the Mithril pattern is inspired by the idea of chainmail and that kind of metallic feel that the Mithril has, which I think is quite appropriate given the sort of shimmeriness of that reverse side. I don't know if you can sort of see that just working there with the light, but yeah, in person it really does pick up the light in a really beautiful way. So I think that's a very appropriate weft choice. So the full blend for this one is 62% BCI organic combed cotton, 19% silk, and 19% camel hair, and that comes out at 264 GSM. So this one is not very limited, so there will be some made to order available on this, as with the Dahlia as well. They'll both have made to order items available. The Dahlia slightly less. Sometimes we do that for a very first release of a pattern. We'll tend to maybe run it just a little shorter than we might do other times so that we can gauge the interest. But like I said, this will now be part of our main offering, so there should be much more to come of it soon. So just tying that there. So this one as well, really thin in hand and very mouldable. So that I think this would be very suitable for smaller babies. And then in a double layer, I think it would be strong enough as well for bigger kids. So definitely one that will get some good years of use. Just tie that there. So there, that's Mithril Hearth. And I thought I would just show you the yarn itself. I think somebody, our tester, so Annika, who reviewed this, said she was surprised by how smooth the wrap is. So I thought I'd just show you the yarn. It is a really smooth and soft yarn, so quite fine. It does have that slight, just slight fuzziness on the surface, just because of it being a blend with the camel hair. So wool fibres tend to lift a little on the surface, but yes. That was good, and it almost has a kind of rose gold going over into silver kind of colour, so it's a really special shade. Yes, there we go. So Annika said, Mithril Hearth is a dream to wrap with, has more glide but enough grip to stay in place, which makes it super easy to wrap double layer carries. Definitely toddler worthy, and she loves the drape and the shine. So there you go. And again, I think with this one, you can have a lot of fun playing around with where you put your reverse side and just letting that kind of come through into whatever carry you're doing and show that off. There we go. I'm just checking I've caught your questions. Yes, so the fuzziness of the yarn doesn't actually come through on the wrap really. Once it's been finished, it is smoothed down, but just to show you what the yarn looks like when we're playing around and getting inspired by them. So our last one that I'm going to show you is a really, really limited release. So this is the Okinami Neptunite, which you will have seen being reviewed as well in Clan. So Lydia tested this one for us, and I've been very excited about this. So Emily says, can we see the two wraps side by side to see how the warp looks slightly different due to the wefts? Yes. Let me do that now while I've still got them sort of here. So if I hold up this one here, and then we get if that gives you an idea. Emily, don't worry, it's fine. That's what I'm here for. You're meant to ask the questions. This is good. Yeah, I hope that gives you an idea. So this definitely looks cooler. Yeah, Denise, exactly what you're saying. So the warmth of those tones does really change how the underlying wrap looks, which I always find quite fascinating, how the change of weft can influence the final fabric quite so much. But yes, variety is the spice of life. There they are. I hope that helps. So let me get on to our Okinami Neptunite. So this is a trial. Oh, upside down. Trial of a slightly different blend for pocket weaves, and we just wanted to both use up yarns that are in stock, so we're always looking to do that at the end of our warps to make something a little different and a bit of a treat, but it's also good to use it to try out some things that we might not get to do so easily otherwise. So this one is pocket weave with, instead of two fine cotton weft yarns, for example, one of them is the single ply confetti viscose tussa. So it has these amazing flecks running through it. And this is on our fig warp. So we've called it the fig warp. Really, it should probably be the fig and silver warp. So pocket weave warps have the warp yarn colours alternating thread by thread. That's how you get your two layers of such solid contrasting colour. So we've got the, let me just get the blend and check that I've got this right. So the fig colour in the warp is crossing with a black fine hemp, and the silver colour is crossing with that single ply confetti viscose tussa to really show off all those lovely flecks through the pattern. So yeah, and it does feel super soft. It's really cushy feeling. So I'll just get this one wrapped. So it's a blend test, but again, now that we know it works, hopefully we will be doing more. And I think Lydia flagged this up in her review, but she has, I'm even having trouble finding it. But there's yes, here. So she's mentioned there's a bit of an imperfection towards the centre of the wrap. So the centre being where they were on loom in the centre. So we're near the hem here. There's just that bit where it sort of folds over, and that's because the silk finishes slightly differently, has a different shrinkage from the cotton. So the two layers are just coming in a slightly different finished width. So that makes the layers kind of want to struggle a bit against each other. So for that reason, there are 4 wraps, 4 size 7s of this. They have all been marked as grade 2, but it doesn't affect the wrapping quality in any way. And to be honest, it's, I think, really barely noticeable. But yes, that is why we test things, so that we can learn and see if we can take that into account and improve on it when we want to make more. So I saw there was a question about, Emily says, why, no dumb questions, Why does it sometimes just say Shantung Tussa and other times it's Viscose Tussa? So they're two different yarns. The Shantung Tussa is the one that's 100% Shantung Tussa silk. Probably the viscose one should say Viscose Shantung Tussa, but I suppose we tend to try to abbreviate it a little bit so it's not so much of a mouthful. But I think if I'm right, the Viscose Tussa, so this one is 70% viscose and 30% Tussa silk, the Shantung Tussa silk, and the Shantung Tussa is 100% of the Tussa silk, so hopefully that helps. But this blend would absolutely be possible, the wrap would absolutely be possible to weave with the single ply 100% silk as well. So this was just for testing out. Baby here, hopefully I've got the pattern roughly in the right place. This is always the thing with pattern placement, pattern wraps. Yes, I think that's looking quite good. So I'm not wrapping with a toddler doll at the moment, but Lydia, who tested this with her kids, said she called this a toddler levitator, and so clearly this would be very suitable for bigger kids. Probably, in Lydia's opinion, for bigger babies, so maybe 4 months and up. However, I'm just comparing this now to the pocket weave that I have and use for my 1-year-old and the 4-year-old on very rare occasions, i.e. one occasion has allowed me to wrap him recently, and this is much less bulky. It's much closer to the 100% cotton pocket weaves to me, the feel of it in hand. So I think yeah, it would still be comfortable for smaller babies too. It's very soft and you can see how it's sort of moulding around nicely there. So the one I have, by the way, is Ray Peakna, so that's a quilted weave, which is again slightly heavier but excellent for toddlers. So yes, can't remember if I gave you the full blend of this, but it's 55% BCI organic cotton, 20% viscose, 16% hemp, 9% confetti tussa silk, and comes in at about 299 GSM. So there you go. Just show you that detail there against that lovely deep plum colour of the fig warp. I think also very festive in its way, with all those colourful speckles around it. Yes, so hopefully those releases have got you a little bit in the mood for Christmas, a few treats for you hopefully. And yeah, let me know if there's any more questions. I will try to just check through here. Becky says, will we see a pocket weave Oakenshield or Shire at any point? Shire has been woven as a pocket weave on the Viridian warp, I think it was. So Viridian, Green and Ecru. So that has been done, and I believe for the Nebula, one of the Nebula semi-custom pre-orders, I've forgotten now exactly what group it was. But yes, somebody here I know will have that information. Yes, I'll take on board the pocket weave Oakenshield suggestion. So noted. We'll see what we can do. Claudia says, can you tell us more about coming sales? When should we expect them, since last week releases was cancelled? Yes, I am going to leave that to Adele or Holly to reply, because they're the ones sort of doing the scheduling. So I know there was a little bit of movement because we weren't sure when exactly things were going to be ready. I believe next week, but I will let them confirm if that's okay. Lewis says, all of the wraps looking amazing. Hearing about the yarns makes me want to feel how soft they are. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they are really soft, these ones. They're a treat. Annika says, missed the GSM of the Okinami Neptunite. I might not have said it. 299 GSM. I hope that was the one you were asking about, Annika. Oh, Becky says I meant Fangorn. Yes, Fangorn would probably be difficult, but again, not impossible. That's an interesting one. Fangorn as a pocket weave. Who knows? We put all of these down on our big list of suggestions, so sometimes if there's enough people suggesting them, they sort of come to the top of the list. So yeah, it's always great hearing you guys' ideas, because you have some really good ideas for combining patterns and techniques, so it's great to feed that into what we do. So I promised just a little bit of pre-order chat. So we are just now coming to the end of our weft and pattern pairing poll for the Cotylin warp mini pre-orders. So that is, there's 2 patterns on our natural ecru Cotylin warp, and we're just about to make the final decision on which pattern pairs with which weft. So we've chosen a lovely blend of green llama wool, pasture green llama wool, and ocean depth coloured organic combed cotton, alternating 1 and 1. So it gives a lovely aqua, kind of greeny aqua blend together, and the piece silk for the second one. So head over and cast your vote if you haven't already. I will be checking in on that just after this, so you have a few more minutes. You've got a bit more time to get your votes in. Oh wow, we have lots of pattern requests. A new Vogue. Oh, Mariella says, hi, tuning in late, heading to night shift. Oh, good luck with the night shift. Good to see you too. Thanks for dropping in. Oakenshield pocket weave, Fangorn as a throw. Wow, my goodness. Okay, right. I'm going to stop reading those now because I won't stop. But yeah, thanks for joining me and getting involved and getting enthusiastic. These will all be released, well, the 2 on the Vineyards warp will be released at 7:30 p.m. BST, and with some ready-made wraps and ring slings and some made to order. And the Okinami will be available as a draw to purchase. I believe there are 3 or 4 size 7s available, but you'll get that confirmed by Adele and Holly in due course. So have fun, go join them at Secret Stash Happy Hour on Wednesday evening, and I will see you again soon. Yes, that's on Wednesday, Emily. Yeah, Wednesday for the Secret Stash and the releases. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I'll hopefully see you soon. We'll get some news to you about those sale scarves, so that you know what's going on. Thanks everybody. Bye.